The year is 2026, and in this year, insurance agents and businesses alike deal with the same exact issues. You pay for a lead, the lead doesn't pick up the phone, they don't respond to texts, they don't respond to emails, and you're stuck paying for information that you never get a hold of. Automations can help, but the reality is that if someone's not going to answer, they're not going to answer. So the value of getting someone on the phone becomes that much more important, becomes that much more valuable. But the issue that we have in the industry, and this comes from coaching hundreds of insurance agents over my career, is that a lot of agents on the sales side are scared of going for the one call close. And this isn't a training or a video about like one call closing. I promise you, I've done enough of those. This video is to explain how to help get people back on the line a second time. So when your agents do get someone on the call and they're not able to first call close them, we all know how hard it is to get them on the phone a second time. So what I want you to do is implement this same exact little addition to your conversation at the end of your first conversation with the lead to help get them on the phone the second time. We've had this issue come up with us internally here at ClickRush where getting a hold of people after the first call is really, really difficult, and it's natural. We're dealing with business owners, we're dealing with people who just don't want to be on the phone, and they don't respond to texts, they don't respond to emails. Is there a level of professionalism involved in it? Of course, but there's also other issues that you may not even know about. You might have email deliverability issues, so they're not receiving your emails. We've had that issue come up multiple times. You may have a phone number that doesn't receive text messages. You may have a landline that you're sending text messages to, so they're not getting your text messages. And you're not confirming this information with them on the call. So how do you get them back on the call the second time? The answer is simple. You schedule a second call with them on the phone. You don't let them off the hook and say, hey, all right, you're not ready to make a decision, that's fine. I'll talk to you in a couple days, we'll follow up with you, or when do you want me to follow up with you? Don't do that, because you're giving people an opt-out to not give you a straight decision. And at the end of the day, if the answer is no, the answer is no. If someone doesn't want to do business with you, that's perfectly fine. But you need clarity in your sales system. And if you don't have clarity, what happens is you end up spending more time chasing people that you could be replacing with someone who's actually interested. And that over time compounds for high output teams. If it takes 30 seconds to make a phone call or 60 seconds to make a phone call and leave a note, and they make 60 calls in an hour, you've just wasted an hour of time following up with people who had no interest in the first place. Yes, we need to do a better job qualifying people. There are so many different steps involved in the process of sales. You don't need to pick apart everything I'm saying, because I understand that there are many different parts, and you can go a million different ways with this. Qualifying better on the front end, qualifying your leads early on. There's lots of different things you can do, but this is after you've had that initial call. What we've done to have a higher contact rate after the first call is simply setting a calendar invite, making them validate and confirm that they've received it and approved it before we let them off the call. So how does that go? We finish the call. Hey, it's going to be X amount of price, blah, blah, blah. How does that sound? Oh, that sounds great. Awesome. So let's get this started. Oh, I'm not ready to do so yet. Okay. Are you not ready? Are you still interested? Is this something that you're just not interested in and you just don't want to hurt my feelings? Which one is it? No. I am interested. I'm getting paid on X date and I'd feel more comfortable doing it on that date. Perfect. So what I'm going to do is on that date, I'm going to send you a calendar invite right now and we'll connect on that date and we'll get you locked in. How's that sound? Sounds good. Awesome. I just sent that calendar invite over. Please confirm it on your calendar that you've received it so that we can make sure that you've got, the link for the call and all that. Yep, I've got it. Perfect. That is all it takes. Just get them on the calendar. Don't tell them you're going to send a calendar invite and then get them off. You tell them you're going to send a calendar invite and you send it while they're still on the phone with you so that they can confirm that they've received it, that they see it, and that they show up to it. And that's it. We can go into deeper details on qualifications, early in calls, qualifications on ads, qualifications, setting during the phone call to confirm. There's lots of different trigger points and parts to a sales conversation, but we'll talk about those in different videos. But for this video, that's one simple step that you and your team can take to ensure that you have much higher contact rates after the initial call.